What if I told you that one of the most breathtaking places in all of France isn't a palace, isn't a cathedral, and isn't even technically in Paris? And that you can get there, spend the entire day, and be back in time for dinner, completely on your own or with company for less than the price of a museum ticket or about the same price. That's what I did last August. I woke up in Paris late morning, hopped on a train from Gare Saint-Lazare, and by late noon, I was standing inside the garden that inspired some of the most famous paintings in human history. And I'm talking about Giverny. So now I'm gonna take you there. We're at the train station. And before we get there, why not get a cup of coffee to accompany you on your train ride? That's what I did. And this is all about Giverny, Monet's garden, and this might be the most magical day trip you'll ever take. Let's talk logistics though, because honestly, this trip is so easy and I want you to feel completely confident doing it on your own. I started the late morning at Gare Saint-Lazare. This is one of Paris's main train stations. It's very easy to get to by metro. A couple of lines will get you here. And then you're looking for an SNCF train to Vernon, Giverny. The ride would take roughly an hour and 15 minutes, and I'll show you. It's scenic and it's honestly part of the pleasure. You'll watch Paris give way to the Normand countryside, rolling green hills, farmhouses, little villages, and by the time you arrive, you already feel like you've entered a different world. So let me take you there. Okay, after enjoying a quick train ride, it is like a non-stop train from Gare Saint-Lazare to the Vernon station, and it's around 75 minutes, right? The signs are easy to follow. You just have to look for the signs that says going to the bus and shuttle to Giverny village, right? So give yourself a couple of minutes to walk. It's an easy walk. And so here we are. From the station itself, it's just a couple of steps. And the signs, again, green signs will tell you where to look for that shuttle. Here we go. So, from Vernon Station, this shuttle bus runs directly to Giverny. And the great thing is it times itself with the trains and takes about 15 minutes. You can also rent a bike in Vernon if you're feeling adventurous and cycle through the countryside yourself. I took the shuttle and you can opt for the round trip. I think I paid 10 euros and it was completely painless. Make sure you keep the ticket of that shuttle bus because you need to present that later on when you come back to show that you paid for it. Otherwise, you have the option to pay each way. And that was a quick shuttle bus ride. Again, around 15 minutes, give or take. So, once you arrive, the moment you step off that shuttle bus, there's that sense of feeling. There's something in the air in Giverny. You have to do like this walk, which was it was a leisure walk. It's the height of summer though, being that this was August 2025, last summer. So it wasn't necessarily empty, it was packed. But there's also that sense of quiet, in a way that French villages sometimes are. But again, given that this is a popular spot and given that this is all about Claude Monet, there's also this electric sense of expectation. You're here, you're really here. This was a pinch me moment for me. And if you cannot book online, right, because at the height of summer, slots would actually be fully booked way ahead of time. You have to unfortunately line up. There was this long queue. I had to do this. I was patient enough to do this, but it was worth the wait. And we made it. So this is a first glance, first view of his flower garden, Monet's flower garden. And seriously, I really gasped the first time I saw it. This is not just an ordinary garden. As you can see, it's a living, growing explosion of color. And in August, it's absolutely in full bloom everywhere you look. So everywhere you look, every path is flanked by flowers, greens climbing over each other, tumbling over fences, reaching for the sun. There's color everywhere you look, and honestly, not a single inch of space wasted. So it's been said that Claude Monet designed every bit of this himself. He called himself a gardener first and a painter second. He was the founder of Impressionism, right? And you can feel his eye at work here. The relationships of color, the way the pinks would sing against the purples and the reds, the way a line of flowers would create a kind of cathedral arc over a path. So he was painting when he planted, and he was planting when he painted. And how amazing is it? What a joy it is to witness. So here I'm lined up to see and check out the house first. And I suggest slowing down here. Don't rush at all. And just notice how different everything looks like from different angles. He painted his garden over 40 years and he saw every possible version of it. You have a few hours. Take the time and honor that. That's part of the magical experience. So, back through the garden, again, you can actually go inside Monet's actual house. And what an absolute delight. So you see the exterior outside was famous pink with green shutters, almost aggressively charming, like something from a dream, but inside, you get to wander through his actual rooms. So you see all of his masterpieces and artwork here immediately upon entering. The amazing part is you actually get to see his bedroom, his sitting room, the studios where he worked. So you get to feel like you're transported back in time. And you can imagine what it took for his art to come to life. Here it was so nice to just take a moment and imagine how it would have been to end the day or wake up to a brand new day, sunrise and flowers and garden and all the beauty surrounding you, and live like him. So just taking a moment here to enjoy that, because No wonder he was so surrounded by so much beauty that he was able to produce this incredible, beautiful art for us and the rest of the world. By the way, the walls of the house are covered in his collection of Japanese woodblock prints, Hiroshige, Hokusai, which tells you about everything about where his visual sensibility came from. And honestly, it all clicks into place inside all of those rooms. Having the time of my life here, as you could tell. All this bursting sunflower yellow color, we are about to go into my most favorite room in the entire house. And yes, it's the dining room. In its famous yellow, sunflower yellow, bursting with joy. So all the furniture, the walls, the accents. Monet chose every color personally. He was, in every corner of his life, an artist, and he was obsessed with how color makes you feel. And yellow obviously makes you feel joyful and alive. I wish I could have bottled up all the colors in this entire room with me and take it with me wherever I go. It was just such a happy feeling. Others would say that the real star of the house, though, is the kitchen. It's this gorgeous Normandy farmhouse kitchen done in blue and white Delft tiles. And the whole thing, it just glows. It's beautiful. Here, I'm just taking a moment and really enjoying slowing way down. You don't need to rush. You can just enjoy what's around you. Sit in one of the benches if you will. Watch the light change and just notice how different everything looks. Appreciate the different flowers and the colors. That's certainly what I did. I will also say that August is one of the most spectacular months to visit here. Yes, it's hot because it's summer, but the garden is at its fullest. It's obviously it can be very warm, but bring lots of water. I was able to sustain myself. There's like vending machines there. I was able to buy cold water for like €2 each bottle. You can bring your own. Obviously, wear comfortable shoes and try to arrive earlier before the heat of midday settles in. So, after going through that little underpass beneath the road, the world changes right in front of you, and you emerge into this water garden. And there it is, that familiar setting that you've seen in most of his art. You've seen 1,000 times in textbooks, in museums, on postcards, and really, the surrounding area here, it's so much more beautiful in real life than any reproduction has ever done justice. So you have to come here and you have to experience the joy yourself. And of course, the highlight of it all, the Japanese bridge. Draped and cascading wisteria, even in August, the surrounding greenery here is extraordinary. Arching over the pond, everything reflects perfectly in the water. And of course, you see real water lilies, right, in bloom, pink and white and yellow. So that's where it ends. Our amazing day trip to Claude Monet's house in Giverny, France. Here, you get to choose so many beautiful options in terms of souvenirs, gifts, whatever you want to take home with you. Really a masterpiece of all his artwork in whatever form you'd like. So I suggest if you love gifts and you'd like to get something for yourself, this is the perfect final stop before you exit his house and gardens. If you're in Paris, even just for a few days, please do this trip. You don't need a tour guide, you don't need a group, you just need a train ticket, a comfortable pair of shoes, and a willingness to let something beautiful slow you all the way down. If this video helped you, please subscribe. I have more solo travel guides coming, more beautiful places, and more day trips worth taking. This is Joanne Thursday. I'll see you in the next one.